Testing, 1, 2, 3. Say something. Bit louder.
Hello.
Hello. Birchie, how you doing, man? Where are you nowadays? Haven't seen you since, White Club. Testing, 1, 2, 3. Could have muted that bit. Alright guys, so this is the ShapeShifting Detective. It's a game that kind of popped up. Got it on a freebie, and yeah, it looks slightly different to games that I'm used to playing, but it seems fairly much like Cluedo in video form. So we are just gonna go and have a look at it. It's my wife and I. She has said she would give this a go. Got some jubblies on screen. She said she'd basically give this a go under the premise that the webcam is turned off because, yeah, she's had a shower, her hair's all wet, and she's not really feeling the webcam. Maybe another time. So, what we're just gonna do, yeah, virtually looking for some good games to play. Yeah, I would probably say Destiny 2. We're kind of going on to Destiny 2, having another look at that, seeing what that's like. But yeah, there's nothing really great out at the moment. Right, so we've got chat up. I think the audio is pretty good as well. If there are any issues, if you can't hear us or the games are too loud, let us know. Otherwise, we're going to go into it. Are you doing this or am I doing it?
Yeah, I'm watching.
But you can hear it?
I can, yeah.
How am I echoing in your ear?
That right next to me.
Well, you're echoing in my ear.
Good.
Anyway, what is this? ShapeShifting Detective.
You're listening to Radio August. Dark Nights with Poe and Monroe.
It's 5 o'clock and I'm Alice Monroe with your August update. August police are appealing for information following the murder of 21-year-old Dorota Shaw. Miss Shaw's body was discovered last night. Chief Dupont is calling the crime a violent and despicable act. Anyone with information about the murder is urged to get in touch via the department's confidential tip hotline. It's horrible, Poe.
Indeed it is.
You need to learn when to keep your mouth shut.
Are you going to click it or do you want me to click?
Well,
Just click question, I guess.
Exactly. Rewind.
Virtue, you're try hard on Fortnite. Wow. I haven't really played Fortnite. To be honest, I kind of gave up with FPS games.
Radio August. Dark Nights with Poe and Monroe.
It's 5 o'clock and I'm Alice Monroe with your August update. August police are appealing for information following the murder of 21-year-old Dorota Shaw. Miss Shaw's body was discovered last night. Chief Dupont is calling the crime a violent and despicable act. Anyone with information about the murder is urged to get in touch via the department's confidential tip hotline. It's horrible, Poe.
Indeed it is.
Okay, so are we supposed to be listening out for clues or something?
You need to learn when to keep your mouth shut.
Alright, what's...
Well, I clicked on that.
Click on the bin one then. Yeah. Oh, so he's telling us to keep our mouth shut.
You know why you're here, don't you?
Go on, you're in control.
The dead girl. And this. What exactly were you thinking? You have one job. Don't get caught. Do you think you can do that this time? It's a rhetorical question. You're going to a town called August. Find Chief DuPont. He's gonna think you're someone else. This person. This is who you are now. Understood? Splendid. If someone so much as sniffs that you're different, you'll be deprecated.
Deprecated. Deprecated.
We expect you to use your ability. Just don't get caught. And never, ever change into a child.
In brighter news, August resident Mia French is celebrating the return of her missing pooch, Barley. The 8-month-old Basset Hound puppy was found outside Daryl's Chicken and Ribs.
And that's 5 o'clock with Poe and Monroe.
I'm Violet. Welcome to the guest house. There are some rules. In particular, no shoes in the guest house. The carpets are priceless. Now, how long are you staying for?
Remember, we're detective and we can't give away information, so...
That's fine. It's yours for as long as you want it. There's not been many visitors of late. Perhaps the murder will bring some tourists in.
What
It's
is
just
this
you and
game?
some tarot readers at the moment. It's deathly quiet. Yes, the murder. You haven't spoken to the chief yet, have you? Chief DuPont. He's the one who booked the room for you. You look lost. You should probably go and speak to the chief. Your room is just down the hall, last on the left. It has its own back door. The chief said that's the way you'd like it.
Just finishing.
Right. What is going on here?
Yeah. It's a big place. Hi, I'm Bronwyn. Pleased to meet you, Sam. If you'd like a reading. You're picking the mouse.
Do we want her to read our cards?
So, what's your question, Sam? The Fool. I'm going to see a lot more of you, aren't I, Sam? Enjoy the journey. But remember, not everything is winnable. I'm in room 1 and that's down the hall. Lorraine's in 2, Lexi's in 3. And which room are you in, Sam? Tell her on don't.
We're in control. I'm just spectating.
Good. We're neighbors. Just knock if you need me.
20s.
Should have told her.
The white robes barely cover her, soaked in blood. How very traditional, thinks Lung, lighting up another.
Don't say she's creepy. She may be creepy. I think everyone's probably creepy in this game. Figure out who done it. Done it. Shifting what? Leave shifting locked.
He mumbles. After lighting up, he produces a phone from his jacket and hits a speed dial number. After a few rings, it's answered. Mrs. Hedges.
Grab a cab.
I think I found her.
Chief.
Not good, I'm afraid.
Good, you got my message. Chief Inspector DuPont. I wasn't sure you'd come, but I suppose you're between jobs? Well, we both know that's not true. But I like it. Sam, that's your cover now. So, the job. Dorota Shaw, 21, accomplished cellist, redhead. Strangled. I know who did it, but I need proof. It's the tarot readers.
Better go do some thought.
Because they predicted it. The older one, Bronwyn, she came into my office last night talking all crazy and saying Dorota was in trouble. I did my best not to lock her up. It all sounded crazy to me. Tarot, the spirit world, cards that move, trans-dimensional thingamajigs. To be honest, I thought she'd probably been smoking something, and that's why I didn't take it seriously. Because things, I don't have enough on her. That's where you come in. The free guest house stay isn't free. I need you to work the case and report back to me. Find out things from the inside. Can you do it? Okay. I'll be telling everyone that you've been hired
Game
by
over.
Shaw's because
Can be
obviously
asked.
local law enforcement is either too incompetent or too overworked to solve anything. That gives you a license to talk to people, but only notionally. Don't actually touch people or annoy them. You don't have any real authority, understand? But you help me out, I'll help you. You don't get that. There's no badge and gun, just a hope and a promise. Come and find me when you're settled. This is Second Chance Sunday for you, Sam. Don't blow it.
Alright, so what options we've got? Tell me about Dorota. You have an alibi for last night. I'm not sure what the bin is supposed to resemble. Where was Dorota killed? What can you tell me about Violet? What do we know? What do we know?
Not much. Perhaps you should do some investigating?
Alright.
Worth it.
Where was Dorota killed?
In her bedroom.
Strangled.
She was naked.
She was naked.
Strangled.
Let's go investigate
No signs
the
of sexual
crime
activity of any
scene.
kind. It was a weird scene to look at. There was one thing, but it's strictly between you and me. Dorota had a gold coin in her mouth. I'm being serious now, Sam. Not a word of this. It's the one thing only the killer would know.
Gold coin in mouth. Okay. Anything else? Fair enough.
To her lips and lights it. Cough. Cough. Coughing like it's her first smoke. She looks down pitifully at Long and shrugs. Gotta find me a good one.
You're listening to
Up to you.
Radio August.
Dan Bronwyn.
Dark Nights.
Do this up.
Poe and
I assume you've been to see Chief DuPont already.
Suggested him.
Can't just not
I
speak to
love
people
you,
because we don't like
she
them.
said.
We've spoken to them.
You must be a new
Smart.
guest. Or you're burglaring us. I'm Rain, by the way. Pleased to meet you, Sam. Enjoy your stay. The hot water goes off at 9, by the way. So it's cold showers from there on in. It really bugs me. I didn't know her. I know she was called Dorota Shaw. She was young, had red hair, a talented musician. No, not at all. You're completely barking up the wrong tree there.
I'm wondering whether we've got to kind of like look at these little bits to see how they're reacting.
Sam, I don't have a motive for killing Dorota. Full stop. I'd have to be possessed to murder anything. Do you believe in possession, Sam?
Smiling.
Oh, there's more than just one form of possession, Sam. It's just a blanket term.
Metal square, and then it kind of looks like the tag you get on the zip.
Oh, hi, Sam, is it? Come on in, make yourself at home. Mi casa es su casa. Come on. The cards told us to. Well, the cards in rain. Tarot gives us a rough direction and he narrows it down with some astrological jiggery pokery. He's basically a walking esoteric library. And if that sounds dull, let me reassure you, it is. No? Well, yeah. Well, no. We have a job to do. I didn't say job. I said job.
Job?
Okay. We make a cheese obelisk, a chob, and depending on the shape of that chob, we get different answers to questions.
Bullshit.
No, you don't.
They're all a bit twitchy, aren't they?
I don't know anyone in this town, except for Bronwyn and Rain, obviously, and Violet, and the Chief, and now you. Sorry, I'm a bit nervous. Good old-fashioned fortune-telling. Well, kind of. We drew a card each and smushed them all together. Do you know what the most dangerous tarot card is?
Yeah.
Everybody thinks
the
that.
happy
It's
squirrel.
such a cliche. The death card doesn't even mean death. Most of the time. The Five of Swords. I think so anyway. There's nothing more dangerous than someone taking whatever they want no matter the cost. Yeah, I did. Rain got the Knight of Wands, that's Dorota, and Bronwyn got the Ten of Swords, which is, well, you know, swords in general are bad.
How well do you know Bronwyn?
She's like my big sister, so pretty well. No.
What is this thing down here?
I thought my heart would burst from my chest. It was pounding so hard.
We did Lexi,
My
we did
hands
Rain.
trembled as I put the card.
Sam, is it? I'm sensing you're not here for a reading.
Oh, I'm not here for a reading, no. Right. We'll have to just wait one moment. My wife has had to shoot upstairs because the little ones woke up. So far, it looks like it's just predominantly you're looking at their reactions between questions and their body language. But they all seem like they're very nervous, they're on edge. They've potentially got something to hide. She looks like she's just about to cry. So, the premise of the game, from what I remember when I read through it, was you can turn into these people. I.e., you can shapeshift into them. And potentially, because if you look at the bottom left at the moment, we're Sam. We're our own self. But I guess at some point during the game, we start to get the ability to change into these people, the suspects. So say for instance, I can change into her and go and speak to let's say Violet, the first girl, and then there'll be different avenues of questions or conversations you can initiate, which will then potentially give you other information to follow on from. So rather than just being Sam all the time and having people basically having yourself hitting a brick wall all the time. It looks like we're going to have to obviously use a bit of brain power here and just try and remember certain clues people are telling us, and then obviously try and filter more clues out of people, but by being the other people. But yeah, there's obviously no real skill set involved with this game at all. It's just a case of click questions, listen to the answers, and draw your own sort of conclusion. But just wait for the wifey to come back down. We'll probably do about another 30 minutes on this, just to see where we can get to, and then I believe the wife wants to just kind of chill afterwards. So go and see what she's up to. I should be back down in a second. So, do we have any initial inkling? See, I kind of want to try and be a bit kind of sidelined on this, because I have seen trailers, and some of the trailer clips have been a bit, I don't know whether they'll be misleading, but they're certainly showing things that you probably shouldn't you shouldn't really see, because whether they're alternative endings or game over screens or things like that, but there's certain characters that I know from the trailer mean to cause you harm, and I mean, almost to the point where they're threatening your life and actually sort of stabbing you and things like that. But I'm not going to give away the people that I have seen on those clips, because so I want to keep an open mind about it. Let's see. Wifey, how you doing? Right, sorry about that, guys. It was my son basically just having a bit of a coughing fit. So the wife will be down any second. The thing is, I can't really click on anymore because it'd be rather have her to watch the responses as well, so she can give her input. I've decided to go speak to her. Questions again.
We saw it in the cards, not images, feelings, impressions. Tarot can be very powerful. Not these cards. They only tell us what they want us to know. Chief Dupont thinks I did it. I'm hoping you'll convince him otherwise. All I'm asking is that you dig a little deeper than the Chief. I had nothing to do with Dorota's death. We saw danger in the cards and we tried to stop it. Trust me, Sam, we're on the same team.
This part of the world as well, do you remember?
China?
No.
Mexico?
No.
I mean,
we
we
haven't
could
done
just
that.
name every country.
Not since we visited the Chief.
Not really. I'm sure she was a precious lamb, though. Yes, a lamb. Young. Innocent. Lambs get slaughtered, though, don't they? Nice, yes, that's a good description. Actually, I thought she was a bit slutty, to be honest. Sorry. I'm gossiping. I don't want to talk ill of the dead. Ask her boyfriend. Oscar lives at the vicarage next to the church. Don't tell him I sent you, though. I'm sure he's sick of seeing people already. They're tarot readers. I'm thinking of asking them to leave, actually. Because they may have killed someone. It's not great for my reputation, is it? Stay at Violet's, the home of killers and hobos. I'm sorry, it's a derogatory word, isn't it? But strange people seem to gravitate towards this guest house, Sam. I think I'll get the sign changed.
Dreams
And nightmares.
with Poe and Monroe. Okay, so we've heard from Alex, and Alex has said that they have the same dream every night. Now, it's a woman lying in a lake with her eyes closed and her black hair streaming beneath the surface. She must be dead. No one can breathe that long on the water. Then she opens her eyes, and I realize it's not her that's underwater.
Try
You've done all
rain.
them, done radio.
This one sounds...
We did a reading. A group reading, actually. With a special tarot deck. You get it piecemeal. Not everything in one reading. The last one we did showed a young woman being murdered. Young, talented, probably red-headed. Mercury? It's not exactly from here. With a normal tarot deck, you'd have the question, so you'd be the querent. With Mercury, it gives you the question and the answer. The cards themselves special deck. I don't have it at the moment. Bronwyn has it.
quite emotional because the imagery of the lake actually...
Mercury? Sure. I'll just get it. It feels a bit sacrilegious just spreading it out to show you. It doesn't really answer questions, it more asks them. Do you want it to ask you a question, Sam? It wants to know if you're happy being the person you are now.
Eeny, meeny, miny, mo.
Mercury doesn't agree. In fact, if anything, and I could be wrong, it's suggesting that you're not even the person you're saying you are now. I've only had that reading once before.
What could the object I've just handed to you be?
I have never seen anything like this.
Let's see.
So, I want to say it's wooden.
Yes.
And there's a handle.
Try rain
And then a large handle.
Yeah, it kind of looks like a non-functional wooden bell.
Yeah, but it's heavy, like really heavy.
Okay, I'm going to explain.
Find somewhere safe to transition. You're not a superhero.
Right. Ah, okay. So now we get the option to actually be someone else. So now we can change into one of these people and start asking questions. They'll think that they're speaking to the person we choose. That might give us it. Right.
Hello, I'm Rain. I'm Rain.
Yeah.
And from what I can see, it's like a alien, I suppose.
Have you met the new detective yet? We're basically under 24-hour surveillance now.
Do you think Sam's onto us?
Onto what exactly?
The real reason we're here. What we did. Like our role in the murder. What we did last night.
As far as Sam's concerned, me and Lexi were together and you were praying in your room. It's half true, at least.
Others, similar sculptures, in a tunnel of caves in Mexico. Oh, I picked it up on eBay. It's a...
Hi, I'm Lexi. I'm Lexi.
It's from so long ago.
To be honest, it might just have been someone...
Something's weird, isn't it? Ron seems strange today.
How are you?
Do you think Bronwyn might get falsely imprisoned? It happens all the time.
Are you looking to take over?
No. I'm just worried.
The sprinklers hiss down. I crawl out of Jimmy's upside-down Toyota, clutching his spare magazine.
Don't know.
Hello, I'm Violet. I'm Violet.
Concrete wall. It's in far better shape than he is. I limp past the wreck towards the exit ramp.
You don't trust me, do you, Violet? Is it because I read tarot? Why don't you let me pull a card for you?
No. Okay.
Great. What do you want to know about?
Sam. The murder.
Interesting choice. So do the cards. 8 of Wands. Everything's happening all at once. We have to act fast, or at least someone does.
If 8 bullets can't stop her, I'll eat the 9th. Months ago, the eggheads on smoke.
Mrs. Gallagher, an unexpected pleasure.
How long are you planning to be here?
In town? I really don't know. Until the tarot tells us to leave. Or you kick us out, obviously.
How did you know Dorota was going to die? Why do you think the police suspect Bronwyn?
Now that's a very good question. Logically speaking, you'd assume all three of us were in on it. Or none of us.
How the hell she managed that, I have no idea. The door from the west stairwell crashes open. I raise Jimmy's gun, but she's in...
Hello, Violet. Is everything okay? Ignore the mess. I was just going to tidy it up.
And her sprinting directly for me. The second shot clips her side. The third misses. She vaults from the puddle at the base of the ramp.
Hi, Hi, I'm Chief DuPont.
That ninth bullet straight through her skull.
Changed to him,
Spraying crimson, she spills backward onto the concrete slope.
Bam to do it though.
My legs fail, and I slide my back against the steel. Jimmy's empty gun falls to the floor. All that's left.
Chief DuPont, what a pleasant surprise. I think we've covered just about everything twice over, but if you think I'm hiding something...
Who are you really, Bronwyn?
Does it bother you, Chief DuPont, knowing there are things in this world that aren't black and white? You don't know what to file me under, and that makes you uncomfortable. Or perhaps you've already made up your mind about me. Why don't you tell me who you think I am?
You're a con artist. You're a murderer.
You're gonna need to do some more research, Chief. That's just not true.
Boarded up shop across the street, two young men watched. The low cloud had brought the day to a premature dusk, and the cold wind had driven people.
Who knows whether you've made the right decision or not, Claude?
How's Bronwyn been?
Overly nice. She's covering her tracks well if she has anything to hide.
What was it? What?
You just told me to report back to you if I noticed anything suspicious. Good grief, Claude. You're a bit young to be losing your marbles already.
Into the road. The first time scared the shit out of me. Night.
Oh, Chief Inspector, you gave me a shock. What is it? What have I done?
Killed someone.
Bronwyn. Why? Why?
Well, it's not for the nightlife, I can tell you that. This is where the cards told us to go. I guess you could call it destiny.
Do you know anyone here? What's wrong with the nightlife?
There isn't any. And sometimes a girl needs a party.
Tell me about Bronwyn.
She's an Aquarius, her favourite colour is green. What else do you need to know?
Has she killed before? Is she your leader? Has she killed before? Are you prepared to go to jail for her?
Jail? What for? I haven't done anything wrong.
Aiding and abetting a criminal.
I'll aid and abet Bronwyn to the day I die, but she's not a criminal.
Or the endless replays in my head, so they loaded me up with antipsychotics, smothering.
Well, you've spoken to them, but you haven't been them all.
Hi, I'm Bronwyn.
The body was found. Maybe it's true that the devil looks after his own.
Ron, are you okay?
I'm not okay.
Well, if you're worried, I should be worried. Why are you worried? Should I be worried?
Are you worried?
Only if you are. This could go on in circles for a while. Let's just keep cool and stay in our rooms.
Out there, it's a chill night, and there's been rain, so I can keep the hood up on my parka without looking.
Bron, something doesn't feel right. I don't know what exactly, but it's not right.
Thoughts, Santa Rota?
Well, it's hard to say with just one victim. Musical talent, red hair. If there's another, there will be a pattern. Do you think it's another right?
A right?
As in the same thing we were chasing after in Birmingham? I suppose it doesn't really matter. Just have to try and stop it.
Birmingham? Birmingham? Stop it?
Stop it.
Yes, stop it. If it's a traveller killing things.
Traveller?
Hold that down, because I don't...
I don't either, but we'll try it.
If it follows the same pattern as Birmingham, we're looking at 2 more victims.
That in my tea.
Smaller ears.
Within me, the beast snarls and slobbers in anticipation.
Is there something I can help with, Miss Castle?
I hope we're not being too much trouble.
It's very brave of you to tell the chief that Dorota will be murdered and then stick around afterwards. I'd have run for sure.
You strike me as someone braver than that. Why would I run?
You're prime suspect, aren't you? You look strong enough to strangle another woman. Even if you're innocent, a jury would probably convict you.
You look strong, even if I'm innocent. You look strong enough to strangle another woman too.
Well, if you can't pay for your rooms, we might just find out.
I convinced myself I was over it, that I was okay, that I could live a normal life. Wrong. So wrong.
Hi, I'm Lexi. I'm Lexi.
Oh, here we have.
Kind of worthwhile lifestyle.
Well,
Steady
I
girlfriend
suppose.
or a wife is out of the
Are the
question.
cab somewhere now?
I simply cannot afford to have anyone
Chief.
around when the beast would.
Staring at us.
Paul here, runs the local guest house. Lovely lady. Where are you going with this, Sam? What's she told you? Look, if it's about the pills, I already know.
If I drop out of circulation for a week or two. I find myself wondering how many others there are.
I take clozapine. I think they're for anxiety. I'm a very anxious person.
It kind of skips the question. Kind of left,
Way
it
to live with
deletes
the
the
monstrosity
question.
of it.
but
It's barbaric, but at
that's
least
not
I
what I
tell
wanted to
myself the Slayer.
won't be there anymore. You had your chance.
I find a good spot. The entrance to a yard. Deep
It's a
in
schizo.
shadow, under dark walls with a shuttered double door. Just a drunk taking a piss.
What was Rain doing last night? As for Bronwyn and Lexi, I need you to ask what they were doing last night. Compare alibis. The tarot readers have mentioned a job. We don't know what. That's it.
Got a light? His voice is higher pitched than I expected. Nerves making him speak, perhaps. I don't smoke. I look him in the face. He looks rough. Eyes are glazed over with large pupils. The spots on his neck seem to shine in the distant neon. I can smell his breath, sour with the stink of
Basically, it
rotting
gets to a
meat.
point where you
Snackhead, I guess.
have to get an answer from someone, which
He had more choices about his life than me.
questions onto someone else.
His
Shapeshift.
jacket, 8 inches, big enough to skewer an elephant.
Hi, Hi, I'm Chief DuPont.
Control of my body and pours through it. The what? Pillion. The hunter now becomes the hunted, freezes. Knee times my own. My right hand crushes.
Good evening, Chief DuPont.
Bronwyn ever been arrested?
Not since I've met her. She's a lawful good type character, if you play D&D.
Lexi ever been in trouble with the police? Have you ever been in trouble with the police? Lex?
No, not to my knowledge. She's sweet and innocent. Or haven't you picked up on that yet?
Body crumbles in my grasp. He has fouled himself. I can smell the shit mingled with it to flutter in the air, the torn wrapper of a toothsome morsel.
Be Rain.
Hello, I'm Rain.
Night bus, past a couple of stops, missing one bus. A thin drizzle mists the street light.
Rain, I'm so worried about Bronwyn. What are we going to do?
Why are you worried about Bronwyn?
The chief thinks she killed Dorota.
Maybe she did kill Dorota.
That's not even funny, Rain. Bronwyn's the least murdery person we know. But okay, let's say she did do it. What possible reason could she have for killing Dorota?
Crime of passion? Psychopathic tendencies? Crime of passion?
Yeah, Bronwyn's a real bunny boiler.
London go by us through the grimy glass. Then there's another. Was taut with cramp. Safe home at last.
Where's Violet?
Anonymous block I could find.
Violet's not there anymore.
Warm bath and wonder whether they found the body yet.
Hello, I'm Violet. I'm Violet.
Not actually her though. We shapeshift it. Look like her. So she's still walking around. So we don't want to bump into each other down the hallway. Hello, I'm Violet. No, I'm Violet.
For a while, but in the longer term, I can see no end to it. I know it will continue, so I am left with the image of myself and with my walking frame to feed the beast.
Did we do all of Lexi's?
Hi, I'm Lexi. Oh, I'm Lexi.
Times more he would have to do this. It had been a good while since.
Hello, Lexi. What can I do for you?
Please don't ask us to leave.
Have you been speaking to Sam? You're safe for the minute.
That sounds odd.
If one of your crew did murder Dorota, you can't really stay here, can you?
Dreams? What's up, Lexi? I'm sensing something's on your mind.
I'm worried about our alibi.
Don't worry about that. We don't have anything to hide.
I'm more worried about Violet. I didn't see her last night, did you?
You think she's the murderer? Did Violet know Dorota?
I'm not sure I'd go that far, but it's definitely suspicious.
Yeah, I think it has several interesting elements to it. Perhaps some danger that's lurking.
Hi, I'm Bronwyn. I'm Bronwyn.
Yeah, not the most
Kind
engaging
of
of
lost.
games.
You're not. You're
It's
never
just bouncing
reaching
from
your
one person
end
to
goal.
another and getting no.
It'd be better if there was like a marker to say,
Well,
like on that page, to say that they have unanswered
there are different elements here that I'd
questions
like
you
to
can
discuss.
ask them,
So,
rather than just guessing to see,
to the circus, it's massive.
rather than going
and
to each person and
it's a
then all it
crazy
has is the.
experience and some people
What is
love it.
tune radio
Miss
anyway?
Castle, I'm surprised to see you here.
Oh,
I didn't kill Dorota.
You're a prime suspect, and your alibi is that you were in the guest house with another prime suspect at the time. It doesn't look good for you.
Have you got a problem with me? Have you got...
Everyone has a problem with you, Bronwyn. I can arrest you for something right now. How does perverting the course of justice sound?
Kinky. Kinky.
Okay, okay.
Oh, you are pushing me today, young lady.
Case, the shocks actually refer to the negative people that are in your life. So, what I think from what you said about your dream is that you're trying so hard to...
up to you.
Hi, I'm Lexi. I'm Lexi.
In his dream, aren't they?
They are, and they said, and you said that the...
What is it, Miss Taylor?
Who? Why did you hire Sam? Who would want to kill Dorota? Dorota's boyfriend seems sweet.
Top one or bottom one?
But up to you, obviously bearing in mind, we are Sam, disguised as Lexi.
Yeah, so
Why did you hire Sam?
Well, you can just see whether he
Dorota's boyfriend seems sweet.
says something
Dorota's
else.
boyfriend seems sweet. Why?
I didn't hire Sam, the Shaw family did.
No, they didn't. No, they.
Tarot cards tell you that. Listen, Sam gets results. Nobody knows how, but the results are got. I want the killer found as quickly as possible. You got a problem with that?
Who would want to kill Dorota? Dorota's boyfriend seems sweet.
Have you met him?
Yes.
Miss Taylor, is that a contradiction? It's not what you said in your written statement.
Sorry, I meant no.
Yes. Yes, you did.
Who would want to kill Dorota?
You doing your own investigation? Great! Let me know when you find out.
Bronwyn thinks she...
I go after bad guys. If she's a bad guy, then I've got it in for her.
Why weren't the police protecting Dorota?
In hindsight, that does look like a good idea, doesn't it? We didn't believe you. We still don't.
Think. Quickly pulling out the desk drawers, I search for some kind of
Nothing
solution.
good happens in 5
Pretzel,
minutes, and I'm
postcard, a pair of pickle-shaped
better than
cufflinks.
this.
And there it is, in the bottom drawer, the patchwork.
Struggling to stay awake. We need some gun action.
Hello, I'm Rain.
I visit the chief.
Not as hot as the gun in the back of my pants. I wince. Yes, officer? We've had a report of...
Rain, I'm busy. You gonna turn yourself in?
Yeah.
Do it.
Yeah.
You don't want to see me when I'm angry. A woman is dead. Go play card games somewhere else or whatever the hell it is you do.
Something catches her eye. She runs her
I
fingers
thought you were
across
gonna
the back of my couch.
Turn
Alpaca.
yourself in there.
I nod worriedly. She nods appreciatively.
Chase just to piss him off.
Mind if I am, but it's too late. She's definitely sitting on Vanessa's bleeding body. She's armed, so I'll move quicker, or maybe run. The window, I could jump. Say
Alright, well, it's gone
20
past 9 anyway, so said we were going to play it for an hour. I think we've extended as much of our concentration on this game as fair
Hello, I'm Violet.
Has she been?
I'm Violet.
I don't remember.
Oh, I was wrong. Apparently the quilt could have some action after all.
It's just going backwards and forwards.
What's going on, Violet? Is everything okay?
Yeah. Yeah.
What's the matter?
The new detective's acting strangely.
I think I might be the
I
killer.
might be the killer.
Have you stopped taking the pills? Look, just take the pills. Dr. Tanner said you'd start hearing and seeing things again. You're no good to me like that. Just take the goddamn pills. Off you go. I'm being subtle. I don't want to see you back here, okay? If you've got anything to report, give me a call. Any problems, talk to Danny. Danny, remember?
Danny.
We just talked about this. I said I'd post somebody this morning, and I did. Then I told you it was Danny. Take the pills, Violet. Take the pills.
Looking at my gun. But I just shot you. You didn't shoot me, she smiles. I told you to think that you'd shot me, and you did.
Can you stop clicking?
Put me in control of the
Grimace,
clicker.
6 weeks wasted. I knew I had a reason
Be
for
on
wanting
your
her
own.
dead.
Who are you now? Sam.
Help me make more onomats. I lower the gun.
Nobody
Same.
wants to talk to you as
She
Sam.
middles a finger to beckon me. Because I wanted to. But you're
Already
lucky,
done
she
all
says.
this.
Yeah.
Why would you pick such a crap game?
It's my lucky day, I say.
Oh
She places a
no.
softly scented palm on my forehead and whispers, because you're
Hey,
my
the cab, go home.
Even he's rolling his eyes. He's had enough.
What is Brom? We've asked him all these things before.
Go and tell the chief.
Have
You're
we not?
listening to Radio August.
That one, they're still there.
Dark Nights with Poe and Monroe.
Hi.
Alright, let me
I'm
do it,
Bronwyn.
because
Well, you're
I've
not
got-
going to magic up a killer, are you?
I've got the magic touch.
Yeah. Delete the game.
Let's go to him. No.
Hello, I'm
Right, yeah, we changed person. What I wanted to do, because I am gonna speak
The Dreamtime
to
Hotel on 39th Street, Queens.
Lexi.
It like she done before.
And Tenzin rooting
I am
around
gonna
in there.
speak
Words were
to
spoken. Fists were raised.
the radio.
The truth is,
Turn off. Why am I leaving? Let's speak to Bronwyn. Oh, but she was going to say something. Violet, who's not there?
Oh, I don't know.
Go to my room like a bad boy. Alright.
Hello, I'm Violet.
Skip.
I'm Violet.
Alright. What? No!
Hi.
I wanted
I'm
to speak to her, not be her.
I'm Bronwyn.
Hello, I'm Violet.
I'm Violet. I am
I'm
Violet. Right, leave. Good. Radio's not on. But is the radio giving us clues?
No.
Let's go speak to... Who am I? All just sitting there gormlessly. Lexi! Alright. Go to my room. Who was I? Oh, yeah.
You're Violet.
Right. We've been here, we've been... Have we been them all?
Hi.
No. I'm going to be Bronwyn.
I'm
Can't you just
Bronwyn.
Google who's the killer?
No, it's got different endings and things. Here we go. Oh,
Hi, I'm Lexi. I'm Lexi.
Yeah.
how can I be bad at a game that just has
I can't
like...
even click on the right person. At least I was clicking on the
Oh,
right
I'm
people.
clicking on the right person. I'm just not in the right window. Right, here we go. Violet. Down her blouse, though. Lexi. Hip, hip, hippity beep. Hail a cab. Visit chief. Journey and a half. Alright, so we've been Bronwyn. We've been in. Let's go Sam and go to the chief. Leave. No, hail a cab. Visit chief.
What do you want to know? She was a cellist, selected for a scholarship at Juilliard. It was in the local paper. I'm more of a Bon Jovi fan myself. Don't read the paper, do you? Yesterday, Monday the 9th at approximately 9 p.m, according to the coroner, we got a call from the mother just after 10 p.m.
There was an hour between the death and the phone call. She had a gold coin in her mouth. And she plays the cello.
They're as thick as thieves, covering for each other. Well, except the male one. You'll see what I mean. Obviously. Anyone who walks in, predicts a murder, then that murder happens. Suspicious.
Suspicious.
What was Rain doing last night? As for Bronwyn and Lexi, I need you to ask what they were doing last night. Compare alibis. The tarot readers have mentioned a job. We don't know what. That's it.
Alright. Click that again. So, guest house, let's go to Rain. Find out what Rain was doing. Let's not. Oh, shit.
I was in my room. Praying, actually. I don't believe in God, but I was still praying. It didn't work. My prayer, that the girl would be safe.
He was in his room last night.
In my room, reading. I found a trashy romance novel under the bed. I'm assuming it's Violet's. It's all swooning heroines and brooding vampire Casanovas. Thank God Lexi saved me. No, not at all. Lexi popped in and we chatted for a bit, but that's all. I said the book was trashy. Look at this place. If her guest house is anything to go by, Violet's the opposite of trashy.
I was in my room all night with Bronwyn. We were painting our nails.
So she was in her room all night, but Bronwyn was in her own room all night.
With Lexi.
Yeah. So whose room was you actually in? Can I see your nails?
Yeah. No, I mean, yeah. I've already cleaned it off.
Painted her rooms.
It's the strangest thing. I honestly don't remember. But I imagine I was here or getting groceries somewhere. No, and I didn't murder her, if that's what you're asking.
Alright, love. Oh.
Hi,
Fucking
I'm
Jew.
Lexi.
Wrong
I'm
man.
Lexi.
I'm just saying, oh, I told him this, I told him that.
Or is it
Oh. Go back to Sam. Go back to... Hello, I'm Sam. I'm Sam.
It's 6 o'clock and you're listening to Radio August. Police investigating the murder of Dorota Shaw are appealing to the community to help catch her killer. The body of 21-year-old Miss Shaw, an accomplished cellist, was found in her home last night. Police are describing the murder as a violent and despicable act. Monroe?
It's just terrible. Meanwhile, out of respect for the victim and her family, this weekend's Tulip Festival has been postponed. New dates will be announced shortly, so do stay tuned to Radio August for updates.
I heard Dorota Shaw was due to play this weekend.
At the Tulip Festival?
Indeed. I understand why they'd want to postpone it. Tonight the weather will be mostly dry and warm, but be on the lookout for dark clouds on the horizon, as there may be scattered showers. Best take an umbrella, Monroe, so you don't get wet.
I like getting wet. That's 6 o'clock with Poe and Monroe.
TMI. Keep investigating next chapter. Alright guys, well I think that's probably a good time to cut the video there. I can imagine the game getting a bit more interesting, but I'd certainly don't know what your opinion is, but I'd prefer a bit more direction with the game rather than just spending minutes on minutes randomly speaking to people when there's nothing to, like, the option to speak to people shouldn't be there if they haven't got anything to say. Jordan? I don't know.
I think it's shit.
You think it's shit? Alright, that's a bit blunt, but alright. Not much to add to that, really.
It is. It's boring. It's shit. Rather watch paint dry. I'm out.
And there you have it. Alright, guys. Well, I may actually continue playing this. It's a game that I can just kind of, have no sort of premise of focus or concentration. But we'll see. It certainly hasn't drawn me in, but it's, it may get better, but we'll see. Thank you very much for watching, and we will catch you next time. As goodbye from me. Oh, she's gone off already. Alright guys, take it easy. Bye bye.